I gave it 8 because I just my problem is that I don't know what a bad movie is.
Okay.
Unless it's like literally the Avatar, like not like the blue people, like
no,
the other one. Okay, there you go.
The M. Night Shyamalan one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think every movie's really good. What we're gonna see here though is, although a small lead, it's nice that Tigre is in a little bit of a lead here, getting a nice amount. Oh, all right, my fault, Samsora. You need to get a little bit of warm up going in.
Trying to get that 2-frame with the Hydro Pump, though, and doing so again. If you're able to pop up Peach, especially without float, she's a very easy character to intercept in the air. And that's what it seems like Tigre's really been wanting to do with the mix-up between these falling back airs as well as like dash attacks, some falling nairs as well. Some good chip damage early in this game as both players just seem to start to like feeling each other out right now.
Exactly. I think that's exactly what Samsora is doing. That's why we saw him just kind of like wait a little bit, see what the approach for Tigre was going to do, what the opportunity was, and now I think we're seeing Samsora begin to understand, okay, let me try out this game plan, let me see how this player is going to adapt to it, and I think it's working pretty well, especially now that, Tigre kind of got Samsora offstage for a little bit and gets a connection to get the ledge trap into the
the sneakiest of shadows.
Okay.
Holy. That's what you mean. That's what I mean. Like, you can catch Peach just kind of floating in space sometimes. And Tigre, after playing such a defensive game for so much of this early, and for a minute and a half, it's just been like water shuriken, poke, 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 dash attack. So making a big play like that can really set the tone. And like some of these down airs, really setting the tone of just the type of speedy mix-ups that Samsora is going to have to keep track of.
Oh, wow. Okay. Immediately jump ahead into the forward air. Boom. That's enough to get Tigre out of here. But Tigre did get a lot of really good extra credit on Samsora, which is what you need against a player of this caliber. Now, Samsora is attempting to get that down air on ledge, but unfortunately, low percentage means high iframes on that ledge, so it was not going to work out. But thankfully, kind of just catching up to himself, getting that center positioning, getting that down air, getting that forward air as well. But Tigre once more holding his own, doing incredibly well, and just making this game really fast-paced for Samsora to deal with. The shield pressure, poke, the forward air, back air. Talk about it, please.
Yo, the mix-ups from Tigre. He is dominating the close range right now. Like, despite Peach having such good frame data, like the jab techs, these pivot grabs, by the way, like Greninja has an insane pivot grab, but just Tigre finding the openers, mixing Samsora completely, forcing Samsora to take a little bit more of an offensive stance, and then caught in a lot of these scrambles to the tune of 80%, but another pivot grab setting up for another promising situation for Tigre.
I am loving these grabs you're talking about because it's grabbing Peach out of flow, it's grabbing whenever Samsora is trying to approach. It is a phenomenal tool that I don't see many Greninjas use as often as I feel like they should.
Oh, it's a bad grab.
It is bad grab.
But sometimes, like, if a move is bad enough, it cycles back around to being
really good.
Because, like, oh, I'll take Greninja's grab, whatever. He doesn't get any combos off of throws. Usually it's all mix-up. But it beats shield. And sometimes that's all Greninja needs to happen. It's like, I just need you to stop shielding.
All right, Samsora is using this float once more to try to kind of feel out Tigre's approach option from that ledge, and doesn't work out. Allows Tigre to come back and keep Samsora off stage a little bit longer. Missing the down smash, unfortunately, but the down air on shield into the up air, boom, but not gonna be quite a up air, kind of sucks. But it's okay, it is what it is. But I believe in the Greninja up air as we get the connecting forward air instead, and we have the venue popping off for Tigre back here. You already know.
Round 2.
Huh?
It's round 2.
I know. This is exactly like how it was yesterday for just for the side events. Every set we're gonna see is gonna be hype. It's gonna be close. It's going to be showcasing players that you never see.
Production. Are they getting ready into it, or can we get that first stock real quick on the?
They might be getting right in.
If they're gaming, they're gaming.
Yeah, if they're gaming, they're gaming.
But I want to see that first stock at some point. It was delicious.
Oh, yay. Okay, perfect.
Oh, gaming?
Nah, they're just choosing.
That's the last stock.
There we go.
This sequence was so beautiful from Tigre. Look at this. Like, I'm going to pause it and put it in slow-mo because, first of all, oh, wait, not that right now. We're going to get the full sequence, the coverage. It was the second stock. Remember, the shield pressure, the second stock. That's what I'm getting. Oh, that's unfortunate. But
It's okay.
it's okay because the sequence and the gameplay from Tigre was so like perfectly measured throughout the entirety of that first stock, the second stock, just lots of pressure, lots of creative and unique ways, and even just simple ways of beating shield, of beating these jump-ins.
Yep.
I'm going to pivot grab you, I'm going to poke your shield, just these little jab checks as well. Like, amazing usage of taking advantage of the fact that Greninja is and always will be a faster character. But in order to play a fast character, you need to have all of these different options in a healthy cycle to properly beat more turtle-like game plans.
Yep.
And Samsora loves to whiff punish you, but if you're just not getting caught, then it gets a whole lot harder. If you're so hard to catch in general, then it gets a whole lot harder to whiff punish.
110% Ubo. And again, Tigre already coming out off the woodworks, 58% and counting on Samsora already on PS2, mind you, giving, although this is Samsora's counter of choice, Greninja likes his space. He can wait out Samsora's options. He can poke, he can cancel, he can punish dash grabs or anything like that from Peach on the stage so big, right? So what can we do? Well, we'll get to see. It's a matter of taking these trades that are so favorable for Tigre, trying to get Sanity's control, which Tigre is going for a down tilt, trying to get the up smash connection, but not going to be following through, unfortunately. But doesn't really matter when you are acting so phenomenally as a character, like Greninja.
Yeah, not a very seen character, not a very common character. A little bit more common in New York. There's a couple of Greninjas around here with like a MGWJ grind, but you're figuring out a lot of stuff just by nature of like how you play, how you operate, and it's coming in clutch, catching that air dodge. Samsora had been giving up the air dodge quite a bit as an attempted mix-up, especially off stage. Tigre finding one with that forward air and looking for the combo with the drag down up air, but Samsora finds the tech.
You can literally see the fast-pacedness of the game that Tigre is playing here, and Samsora cannot contest it whatsoever with how Peach is. Although great frame rate, like you said, she has to kind of hold that for a while unless you can force the tempo to slow down and so you can play more defensively like a player 4 type style. But regardless, we are going to be connecting that up air into getting that first stock off with Tigre. Good amount of extra credit on the side of Tigre, though, as we see another kind of reset in positioning and reset in neutral. Nice grab.
Again, Samsora trying to come down with some of these big aerials, waiting for Tigre to make a mistake and fall into something like a down air. A down throw back air is solid damage, but Tigre has been able to chip away at just so much of Samsora's spacing. Great delay on the part of Samsora, though. You finally find a down air, and it amasses for a huge punish on the whiff grab.
Okay, Tigre. Both Tigre and Samsora, even percentages, even stocks, could really go either way. I think Samsora is starting to get his footing a little bit. Oh, the bomb! You're dead. Oh! That is the momentum I think Samsora is going to need to close out this game. Hopefully, 100%, you got a good amount of rage building up. You have, Tigre a little bit shaken up. Like, oh, you pulled bomb in bracket? My absolute bad. Trying to get the Showers League, but not going to be enough.
That's tough. That's tough to come back from. Tigre playing so dominantly with a lead for so much of almost 1.5, almost 2 games at this point. But you've...
Oh! Hey, Ubo.
Sometimes God has favorites.
Sometimes God plays favorites. we got bomb, and then we got a shield. Look at this. Look at this. The shield break. Dead.
I'd like to point out that both of those. So, like, how do you know that Samsora's not reacting? Bomb, instant toss when Greninja was as close as you are to me. Saturn, instant toss, just from full stage. There's no reaction there. That is turnip toss. Oh, nice.
Oh, I had a bomb. Oh, I had Saturn. Great.
I will. Aside from that, though, to not just be completely negative.
No, we're not being negative. God has favorites. It's okay. Today we won a game 3.
I will say that Samsora did a better job of holding onto the float at mid-height a little bit longer. Because a lot of times they were getting caught with these float down airs into overshoot forward airs, and they would get pivot grab for it over and over and over again.
Yep.
So that time, a lot of times, especially in the mid-game, they turned those into longer floats to wait out the pivot grab and then properly punish. seeing what Tigre's answer was to those positions and finding an answer for that, because float itself is very non-committal.
All right, taking over, switch to Town and City TNC.
Good stage.
Bigger, great,
Good
stage.
good stage
Good
for
stage.
Greninja. Bad stage for everything else. The stage sucks, but
This
Greninja
stage
loves it.
sucks for everyone but Greninja.
Greninja's very
Greninja's
fan.
going to do phenomenally on this stage, but the way Samsora is playing right now, coming off of, being God's favorite in Game 2. I think we're going to be seeing a much more confident, much more better grounding and footing for Samsora here in the gameplay. Look, turn up into the forward air, or I'm sorry, the air, and then boom. Another turnip in your hand. That's what you gotta do with. I think that's honestly what it is. You want to use turnip to get rid of Greninja's space. Want to get Greninja off of you, and it's working. There's a back throw into the air. We go into another turnip, not taking the high ground, the platform, and can we get the angle? We absolutely do.
So many grabs coming out from Tigre, where you were gaining so much value because the grabs were landing. If you're tunneling too much on trying to beat shield, on trying to catch a grounded Samsora, then those grabs are going to get really hard punished. You've got to start pivoting back to what Greninja does best, which is so many of these dash attacks, some falling fairs, like keeping the space out and playing around with your burst range.
Absolutely, and the way that, again, Samsora is playing here has to get a little more extra credit before Tigre takes his stock relatively easily. If we see an edge guard situation, no, try and get the back air, but unfortunately, Samsora able to weave around it very beautifully with Peach's mix up on the recovery options. Now, instead of triplats available to us, giving Greninja a lot of air to really play around with, but that also allows Peach to utilize that beautiful extension on that up air as well. And I just like how Samsora weaves around a lot. I think his hitboxes so nicely with flow, with just her being a little bit of a slower faller. Really nice stuff.
Yeah, finding so many connections on the turnip as the forward smash just barely doesn't close out the stock. Pulling a whole lot more turnips is Samsora here, trying to catch the recovery as well. The up tilt not going to do it either. Town and City ceiling is not going to let that happen. But it's just been a raw, I'm going to stuff you out type of game. If you're going to keep going for these grabs and keep going for these dash attacks, that's where the turnip is going to come in. That's where even things like the F tilt a little bit earlier.
Exactly, and yes, catching the Shadow Sneak with, I believe that was a hip bumper. One of those moves. They're just so fast. She's just a fast character that sometimes I'm like, yeah, was that dash tag? Was that nair? Was that fair? Damn. Peach is so crazy.
Peach has buttons, and she's been having buttons for a long ass time.
But she has
just the fact that you can do float cancel, nair out of shield into 52%. Tigre has got a little bit of their work cut out for them, especially since it feels like Samsora has just found that Tigre doesn't have a reliable answer for standing down tilt. It outranges Greninja down tilt. It can hit before dash attack comes out. And you're crouching as well, which can make things like falling there hard to hit. Yeah. But the up smash out of shield, expecting the get up attack. Tough break for Tigre when it comes to that game too, but when you give a player as good as Samsora an inch, or whoever you may be,